Freeman has been an actress since she was 9 years old. Best known for playing Damon Wayans' daughter Claire Kyle on the sitcom My Wife and Kids, you might have also seen a still growing up Jennifer in feature films like You Got Served, Johnson Family Vacation, and Mercy Street, as well as guest appearances on TV sitcoms like Seventh Heaven, Switched, One-on-One, and The O.C. She then took some time out to go to college and gain some life experience, and to have her daughter, Isabella Amora, with her then-husband, Earl Watson. I met Jennifer and Bella when I joined her and Annette Biggers for a photo shoot in the Napa Valley at the famed Castello di Amorosa. I found her to be as warm and genuine as can be. As a woman of faith, she also feels strongly that part of her life's mission is to empower and validate young women, and to help them attain their own deepest held dreams and goals. And that tied in beautifully to the entire concept behind the shoot she put together with Annette, as you'll see in this super fun episode of The Chat.
Hey everybody, it's Karen Hutton and The Chat with Karen Hutton. Sound bite-sized insights from some of the coolest people on the planet. Today, isn't that awesome?
Yes.
I love my intro. Today I'm here with Jennifer Freeman.
Yes.
We are at Castello di Amorosa, the Castle of Love. We're on a shoot with Annette Biggers and Jennifer, who's been absolutely amazing in front of the camera. Wait till you see some of the photos. They're incredible. As you heard in the intro, Jennifer's an actress. But she's not here in a kind of a standard, typical, like, I'm an actress kind of way. Jennifer's one of the most approachable people that I've met in a long time. And as you may know by now, I was an actress, and not a lot of them were approachable. But you are here with a whole other agenda. What is the story that you're trying to tell here? Because you have a whole story that's going on.
Yes, a whole story. Well, I'm here with my daughter. We're doing a photo shoot.
Isabella is so adorable. Oh my God.
Thank you. And she's actually playing the childhood inside of me. So, you know, the photo shoot is really about protecting her, my childhood, the innocence of her childhood. And
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yes.
And in the course of this story that you're telling, it's like you're protecting the innocence and then you emerge victorious.
Yes.
As who you really are.
Living authentically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I love because you live in Hollywood.
Yes.
And you have this life that you made a change, I believe, if I understand correctly. Because we just met. I mean, we just met on this shoot, you know. I kind of know her through Annette, but we just met. So you had a whole kind of, you know, start to this career. I know how hard this career is, not in the ways that you would think, but what it does to your head. Mm-hmm. And you experienced some of that.
I did. I started acting as a child when I was 9 years old. So I had a lot of success as a child, and then I wanted to take a break as an adult to kind of find myself and get married and have a child and just have a real life. So I definitely experienced a lot of rejection growing up and in the business, as you know.
I do.
That's pretty much every day you have to deal with that, and I think that just starts to chip away at who you are.
And it's not just the rejection, it's the way what people want from you.
Yeah. It's
like a hall of mirrors a lot of times, just even knowing who to trust.
Who to trust and who your friends are. And so I went through all of that, and I feel like it really broke me down, and I didn't know who I was anymore. So
I just have to say, in an authentic way, that was the point in my career that I quit.
Really?
Yeah. I lost my way. I did not have support. I didn't know. I didn't have the tools to deal with it, and I started to lose myself to such a degree that I said, I can't do this. I refuse to go completely down the rabbit hole, and I stopped.
Oh wow!
But you didn't.
No, I mean I didn't, and I continued pressing through, and my faith has changed my life.
Yeah, so, I was just going to say, you're a woman of faith. You have that on your side.
Yeah.
So how has that, like, I don't know what the question is. It's like, what does it mean? How did it help you? Where did it take you when you hit that point?
Yeah, when I hit that point, I mean, I really found who I was, and my identity wasn't, so much of my identity had been since I was a child in acting, in my job, and what job I was doing. And, you know, everyone's always like, well, what are you working on? And that is kind of like the validation of, I'm working on this, so, you know, everything is good in my life. you know, and so, you know, when just things happen in life and I need to take a break and everything, I now have a new sense of identity. You know, my identity is not in what I do and who I know or, you know, anything like that. It's in God and yeah.
Why do you feel, what is your, I know why I was a performer, and I know that when I stopped, because I always felt it was part of my calling.
Yeah.
And I felt called to perform. I always thought that was strange, but I did. and then when I stopped,
sounds a lot like me.
Yeah, I know. Well, as you're talking, I'm realizing, wow, I can kind of relate to this. And so when I stopped, I said, well, I thought I was called, and now I'm crushed. What am I? What do I do now? So I made a pledge that when I stopped, I said, okay, I'm going to stop. But if I come back, which I may, because I had a feeling I wasn't done, it's going to be on my terms. It's going to be my way. It's going to be my message, and there will be no compromises at all. And hence, I waited until now to do this show under those terms.
It's true. I can definitely relate to that. So I was acting as a child since I was 9, and then I wanted to take a break to have a real life experience. I felt like. And then I was kind of questioning, like, is this what I'm supposed to do? Is this not what I'm supposed to do? But I really felt like I was called to this industry. So, but
what is it about that? What is it?
I don't know. I felt like if I did anything else, because I did try to do other things. I was like, oh, I'm going to go back to school. So then I enrolled in a college and I tried to do that. And I just really felt in my heart that if I didn't continue doing this, that part of me would die. And I just couldn't, nothing could fill that part of me, that part of I need to perform, that part that I need to I just love people so much. So I love, you know, interacting with people and being on stage. And
do you choose roles that allow you to channel energy a certain way or be in a certain way or stand for something in particular?
I do. I like roles that now, coming back as an adult, I like roles that have a purpose, have a message to it. And this experience, this new show that I'm doing, this pilot, coming back, I kind of have this creative control that's really exciting. I get, you know, to be a part of the creative process, which usually, as you know,
you're not.
You're not a part of it at all. You just go and
you're like a mouth puppet.
Exactly. So in this, they've really allowed me to be able to have creative input in everything that I'm doing. So it's just the best role.
Yeah,
it's like a dream
fantastic.
role.
That kind of ends up, okay, so what you have done here really becomes a model for other people who have an artistic passion, feel they're called to do something, to young girls who, I swear to God, I look out there in the world and I see what girls, I don't know, they think they have to dress this way, act this way, and be subservient, and I'm like, you so don't.
No, you don't.
And in this way, you're really standing for something for young girls. What would you want to, I mean, that's what I feel. Am I right?
No, you're totally right.
So if you were to put that into words, like what would you tell young girls in your, because you've been kind of to the dark side and back.
Exactly.
And you took a stand.
Yes. I think, you know, I would tell young girls to believe in yourself. You know, and to not worry so much about what other people think about you, and looking for validation in anyone else's opinion. If you want to act, if you want to, you know, be a horseback rider, if whatever it is that you want to do, you know, to go and do that, and I think that's living your best life, you know.
Yeah. And not take. I mean, you've experienced now both ways, where you took the, I don't know, like drank the Kool-Aid and kind of like did everything they said. Because I always thought, you know, the time that I spent in LA when I did go that far, it was energy vampires.
Very true.
Yeah. And so how do you function in the middle of all that? What's your like bubble of protection, I guess, because you've got one?
Yeah, well, my time with God, I mean, really prayer. I mean, I have to every day just renew my mind.
Yeah.
You know, I really have to renew my mind before I go and do anything else.
It's a lot of discipline.
It's a lot of discipline. Yeah, but I have to do it.
Yeah.
Knowing, you know, the other way that it could be.
Yeah, you already know the dark side. No, thank
but
you.
that's what refreshes me and renews me. And, you know, I can really see it as an industry, you know, and it's not, it doesn't rule me anymore.
So we did an interview. Now I don't know when by the time this posts whether Dario's interview I use that word interview. It's the chat. This is not an interview. This is a conversation.
Yes.
Anyway, Dario, who created this incredible castle, which is a winery. I mean, this is a business, but the castle is amazing. He stands for something, and he spoke so strongly about following your passion no matter what, and standing up for what you want and create it and just go for it wholeheartedly and everything. And this is you know, he's what, 6'4", he's like the big booming voice, he's a man, he's in this world. You are petite, you are gorgeous, you have this, you know, you have this appearance, but you have this spine of steel and you have this conviction of your own truth behind you. That's the part, you know, a lot of people will judge a book by its cover. Oh, she's beautiful, she's a pushover. Like the stereotype, right?
No, yeah, definitely not.
Yes, definitely. I know this.
I have been. And I think when you have been something and you can look at that and say, that's not the way I want to be anymore, you make a choice, you know, and you choose to be different.
So, after everything you've been through, at the end of the day, you have a conclusion, I know you do. What do you think it all boils down to?
I think it all boils down to just not letting circumstances, situations, where you were born, who you were born to, get in the way of letting you live your best life, because you deserve it and you are so worthy of it. And I think if I could give anyone that message, that would be my message.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an incredible message. And that is actually kind of why I'm doing this show, period. That's what the chat is all about. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, and I'm going to go reflect on that, because that was really powerful what you just said, Miss Jennifer Freeman. And so thank you so much. You're awesomer. You're a goddess among women. So thank you, and thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.